Hi, this is trepacer, and welcome to my movie review with minus spoilers of Divergent. I saw that today, and there we go. Let's see if you can see that. It doesn't focus. Camera doesn't want to focus for some reason, but that's Divergent. Sorry about that. But anyway, I saw that today. Of course, this movie came out yesterday, Friday, and this movie, of course, stars Shaina Woodley, Theo James, Ashley Judd, Jai Courtney, Ray Stevenson, Zoe Kravitz, and Miles Teller's in this, Tony Goodwin, Maggie Q, and Michael Pfeiffer, and Kate Winslet. Okay, and this story takes place in the future. This is supposed to be after a war has taken place, and there's a big wall built in, and the people in the city are divided into factions. I think it's 5 different factions, if I believe. You have erudite, which are like the real logical people, and I think they handle the law part. And then you have abomination. I think they're supposed to be the kind people that help the people that are factionless, the people that don't fit into any particular faction. They help them, and they're selfless and they help people. And then you have dauntless, which is like security, the brave, the bold people that are basically security. And I forgot the other 2 factions. And I think the ones are farmers and one is something else. But anyway, the story begins or opens with Shaina Woodley's character of Triss, or I think her name. No, her name was not Triss originally. Well, her character, but I think her name was something else, which I can't remember. But once she got anyway, but what happens is every year they take I think when you get your 18th birthday, right? I think everybody has to take a test to see which faction you belong to, okay? Or you can, and then you can even, usually, like I said, you can follow your parents, and Trish's parents are abomination. They go around helping people and are kind, okay? But you also have the choice of after they test you to pick whatever faction you want. They have a ceremony, and you can pick whatever faction you want to go to. Okay, so Triss, I forgot it. Whatever. I'm blanking out on what her real name is, but anyway, she's kind of undecided about what she wants to be, where she fits in. Okay, her brother, of course, is really, you think he's gonna be abomination because he's like just like his parents, always kind and helpful. But like I said, his sister Triss, played by Shaina Woodley, is kind of indecisive about what she wants to be. She doesn't really know what she wants to pick. Okay, so she goes to take the test. Okay, and this is a minor spoiler because, like I said, it's in the trailer. You've seen the trailer for the movie. She gets tested, and the lady that tests her, played by Maggie Q, tells her that she doesn't fit into any faction, that she's divergent. And divergent means that she doesn't fit into any of the 5 categories. And basically, they consider that a threat. So if they find out that you're divergent, you don't belong to a certain set, they basically kill you. Okay, so Maggie Q, I guess, takes pity on her, and because of something else that happens later in the movie, you'll find out the reason why, and she tells her to go home and just pretend that you got sick. Okay, and of course then they have the ceremony, and she wouldn't tell her parents exactly what she chose, so they have the ceremony, and her brother picks erudite, which are the intellectuals. Okay, so he goes that way, and she decides to pick dauntless, which are the security guys, that are the adventurous people, and she goes towards that. Okay, and then of course they have to go and train, and you have to go through this training to be whatever class you want to be in. So she, like I said, she picks dauntless, and of course while she's there, they have to hop on a train, and of course while she's there, she meets one of the trainer guys. His name is Four, played by Theo James. Okay, and then you have Jai Courtney, he plays Eric. He's a real hard ass. His name's Eric. He plays a real hard ass trainer. Okay, and you have to go through this months of physical challenges and as well as mental challenges. And of course all the while Shaina Woodley's trying to hide the fact that she's divergent. She doesn't want that to be, because like I said, and she hears the stories about people that are divergent get killed because they don't like that they're free thinkers and stuff, that they don't fit into any kind of category. They can figure that would destroy society. if Divergent would live. So also during that time, she meets um, Kate Winslet's character, who's an erudite, played by Jeannie, who's basically she's scheming to be in charge, because right now the Abominations are in charge, but since uh, Jeannie is a erudite, she wants to actually be in power. Okay, and at the same time, like I said, Trish is going through these challenges, physical challenges. Of course, at first she's not good, and it looks like she may be flunking out, but she rallies and she kind of starts to thrive, and she makes the first cut. Okay, and then basically what happens in the movie is the rest of the movie is her trying to train, and of course then there's another plot, a subplot of somebody trying to take over. Without spoil, I don't want to actually spoil it, but actually, like I said, she gets close to Theo, and there's kind of a secret. There's a reason why, I guess. They kind of, they have a nice chemistry together. Theo James and Shannon Woodley's character, like I said, he's the trainer. He's being tough on her, but he also, you see, he's trying to help her, succeed and stuff. And they have a nice chemistry together. And of course, like I said, she has to all the while hide the fact that she's divergent. Because if they actually found out who she was, that she was divergent, they would kill her. Okay, and I actually like this movie. This movie really surprised me how engaging it was. And again, Shannon Woodley I thought was really good as Trish. Like I said, you got behind her. Like first she was, she didn't know what she wanted to be, and then she picked the Dauntless thing, and then she, had found out that she was divergent. She had to hide it, and then at the same time try to succeed, in this Dauntless training and stuff. And then of course there comes the main part of the movie where basically one faction tries to take over from another faction, of course, and then of course there's a huge plot that involves the different factions. And without spoiling it, I thought this movie was good. I thought this movie was excellent. And like I said, I never read the book, but I actually really liked the story in it. And of course, like I said, the chemistry between Theo James and Shannon Woodley was good. And of course, you had Miles Teller. He played one of these guys in the Dauntless training who was constantly teasing Trish, And then again, like I said, Theo James was good as one of the trainers, Eric, and Jai Courtney, who was a real dick. His character was just a real dick, one of the hard-ass trainers, Eric. And of course, and Michelle Pfeiffer was in charge of the Dauntless guys. And of course, Kate Winslet, she was in charge of the erudites, and she was real good in her part too, without spoiling her part. Anyway, like I said, basically the plot of the movie is they go through this training, and throughout the course of the training, number 4 and Trish, they get close, and at the same time there's a conspiracy with one of these factions trying to take over for another part of from the other faction. Okay, and basically that involves Shannon Woodley's character and Theo James' Forrest's character. Okay, and they have to they get involved in the plot, and of course, and then it involves her Trish's parents and her brother. And it's a really good, engaging movie. Like I said, I definitely got interested in the characters, and this movie surprised me how much I enjoyed it, actually. And I thought this was kind of a knockoff of like Hunger Games, and in a way it is a little bit, but it's different enough that it's enjoyable to me. It was enjoyable to me, and it kept me engaged. And I would definitely like to revisit these characters again if they make a sequel to this movie. I would definitely be all in. Again, I thought Shannon Woodley was really good in her part. And Theo James, I thought they had a good chemistry between them. Okay, and I like Zoe Kravitz too. She played one of the friends of Trish at the school and stuff, and she was funny as well. And again, like I said, Miles Teller played a dick of a teammate, or one of the cadets at Dauntless too, that was kind of teasing Trish all the time. But overall, like I said, I'm going to give this movie, Divergent. It really surprised me how good it was. I'm going to give it an 8. I thought about it. I was thinking 7.5, but I'm going to give it an 8 because I really enjoyed it, and I like the chemistry between the two leads, and I like the story, and I would love to see where the story picks up after the way it ended, see where it goes in the future, or if they make another movie. Like I said, I never read the book, so I know this is supposed to be based on a series of books, so I would like to see what the next chapter is. Anyway, let me know what you think. Have you seen Divergent? Feel free to leave comments down below. This is trepacer saying so long and take care.